We didn't even go to a museum this time. Paris might be my favorite city. So that, and then we went to Germany because we just took a train because there's something to me that's like romantic, not like romance, like, ooh, let's make out.
Nostalgic. Maybe?
Not even, well, not nostalgic because I haven't done it before, but like dreamy, like something that's fantasy land.
Yeah.
Like that version of it. About taking a train across Europe because I only heard people do that. Like when people would be like, I studied overseas. I'm like, oh, been awesome to be a rich kid. And so we took a train, and that kind of sucked one part of it. I wasn't that.
The train wasn't cool?
Well, only one part was. I booked this thing. I took care of it all, and some of the stuff I didn't do that well.
Oh no!
But overall, some of it was great. Yeah. One of the train, business class is better than first class.
Huh.
On the train?
How's that possible?
Exactly.
Just different. It's just flipped.
Don't know.
That's confusing.
I feel like business class, like if I were to think of it, it'd be like an airplane, like just 3-seat rows and that's it.
Well, but business class is first class now on airplanes.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. We took trains, some good, some bad. Went to Germany. Never been to Germany. I want to just say this. I'm not kidding. I'm not for hyperbole for the purpose of it. So there's no purpose here. I had the absolute, in Munich, I had the absolute best. It wasn't a hot dog, and it wasn't a bratwurst. It was some kind of in the middle sausage. I wanted to make love to it.
Whoa.
Well, that's not good.
Probably not a good thing to say about that.
No, I want to make love to it, not have it make love to me.
But it's a sausage.
Big difference. No,
Oh.
big difference though.
Okay. I just feel like
I don't even like sauerkraut, and they didn't call it that, but I had it as they made it, but with mustard, and they put mustard. It was special. You ever see an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond where he goes to Italy, and he is so like wound up, and he can't enjoy anything, and he's just worried about like paying stuff and getting work done, and he stops and he has like a piece of pizza or like a little ice cream, and all of a sudden he's like, and then like his like life opens up a little bit, and he's like, man, I should just enjoy that hot dog.
was it white?
I don't know. Why does color matter?
Well, because I Googled like Munich
No,
big long sausage.
no,
What in the
Google
world?
that. No, that's not what you want. That's not it.
Do not Google
Yeah,
that.
don't hit images. Just don't hit images. Whatever you do.
But it said a Weisswurst is a white sausage, a Bavarian specialty.
If you go to my
my.
Instagram, it's the one. It's like 4 back right now. It's the color of a hot dog, and it is probably 2 feet long. I'm not exaggerating. It was one of the greatest things I've ever eaten in my life. And I had high expectations because you're in Germany and you're like, I'm going to eat a worst. So it's going to probably be good. It's unbelievable. I just kept, my wife's like, why do you keep shaking your head? Because I would eat it. Like I would do this. Watch. I'd take a bite. And she'd be like, why do you shake your head? I'm like, because I don't believe it. I just don't believe this.
That it's so good.
Yes. I'm not kidding.
A hot dog. You didn't call it a
It's
hot
not
dog, right?
I didn't call it anything. I did teach the lady English. Everywhere, everybody knows English. Everywhere you go,
It's amazing.
it's like the universal language. Some accents aren't as good as others. Almost everybody learns English because they learn it in school. And culture, there's a lot of English. American culture, musically over there. So, I haven't really been anywhere where they don't know English. This trip, nowhere. Previously, a couple places, but it was easy and quick. And some lady was like, "What did you call the you put on top of cup?" And I was like, "Lid, lead, lid, lead, lid." If I'm not saying that exactly the same way that you're saying it, not really, but it.
Russian.
You sound like
you do
Groove
sound-
from,
yeah.
Hey, Russian and German, not a lot of difference in the accent. I'm telling you. I probably did sound a little Russian, but, but
You were there, man. We believe you.
So we're in a place called Baden-Baden, and then we went Munich. Have I told you about this hot dog I had?
Yes.
Okay, move on.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out if it was a Weisswurst or a Bockwurst.
If you go through that scroll, maybe I have another.
I mean,
one.
I know I saw your post.
No,
and
here's the-
so I know what to look for in the images.
Was it white in the picture?
No, but
No, but I have a
could
picture.
just-
I have
they
a
cook
picture
it.
of other than that. I have a picture of lots of meats together. It doesn't matter. My point was it met expectations, and nothing in my life meets expectations.
I think it does matter because how do we get you this experience again? Like, can we bring that
Nah,
sausage to you?
nah. I like to have local sausage.
Well, I bet you could.
Yeah. Okay. Mike's pulled it up. Is that on my? Is that on my thing? Mm-hmm. Okay. It's called a large Spezial Bratwurst Sauerkraut and Rostelwilbel.
This is
Eight-
Lang.
What? Oh, Lang, not large. Oh, Lang. I guess that means large.
Lang.
Lang's special bratwurst, sauerkraut and Rostelwiesel. $8. No, €8.50, and euro is about 10. So it's going to cost about 85 cents more. So about $9.30. Our dollar's not as strong over there.
Oh,
Okay.
I can get these at Kroger.
You can?
I'm gonna whip you
Hey,
one up.
I don't
Not
think
the
it's
same way, and it was excellent. I had
De Langrate.
we went to one place on the because even the gas stations are clean. Guys, I'm telling you, as someone who hasn't traveled ever in their life until the last 5 or 6 or 7 years, and I'm just stunned by everything that I thought was different. Gas stations are awesome in Europe. They have real food. Yet you have to pay like $1 to go to the bathroom, so there is no dirty bathrooms. The bathrooms are spotless clean. There was this one place we went into in Germany that said American food lovers go this way, and it was a picture of the, and it was a
They
pi-
got you good.
I didn't want American food, but I thought the sign was funny. I posted on my Instagram. And the place was called Miss Pepper, and you can see it, and she has really blonde hair to look American, but the rest of her is not American. Like, she has really dark eyebrows. You can tell they just like did someone up for a photo shoot. But we did that, and then we went to Austria, which never been to Austria. Just know Arnold Schwarzenegger is from Austria.
He is.
Oh.
Vienna might be my favorite city.
Wait,
Besides
I
Paris?
know.
I thought Paris
Wait,
was.
It
we
was.
changed.
It was
Just like that.
That quick.
Vienna waits for you.
What do you do in, like, what is there to do, like, Austria? What is like, what do you do?
So, great question, because as someone who has not traveled much, I can tell you my experience in traveling is the first time I go anywhere that's a city like a Paris or any of the places that I've been, the first time you go, you just do the things that are close, and you do the things that are known as being a part of that city. If you go to New York City for the first time, you probably go to Times Square.
Statue of
You
Liberty.
probably go, maybe you see the Statue of Liberty driving in. I'd never even been in the Statue of Liberty, so I'd never done that. But you do maybe a Broadway play. So the first time you just do the main stuff. We've been to Italy now a few times, and this hasn't been announced yet. Probably still 99%, but my wife and I have bought part of a domestic Italian basketball team, and so we're like we're so close. I feel like I can announce it.
What is close? You mean like you bought it, but then
We've
it's
agreed to
not-
all the terms. They just
Oh.
it just hasn't been closed yet. And if it doesn't, who cares?
details. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So wait, a basketball team in Italy or a basketball team here?
no, a basketball team in Italy, a domestic Italian basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're terrible.
That's pretty cool, though.
Oh, so is it good to get in if they're terrible? Is this the time to buy?
No, because when we bought, they're pretty good, and they're terrible.
Oh.
What happened?
They probably heard we were coming, so they're like,
They tanked.
everybody run.
How do you
It's
even
just
hear
so-
about that?
It's just so far, guys. I just wish it was closer.
Well, it's on my list of things to do.
Italy?
Paris.
I
Paris.
also have, and
Oh,
I'm going to
in
say
Italy.
this. There's a
Or
reason.
Austria.
There's a reason I didn't talk about it on the main show. I don't like talking about it because I don't like how it makes me feel. I struggle with talking about stuff like that because it's stuff I never got to do, and I have this association with people that got to do that were always rich, and I felt very less than because I couldn't do it. So I never thought it would be real. So now that I do get to do it, I don't like talking about it because I don't want people to feel like I felt when I would hear people talk about it, and they would be like, "Oh, I went to Europe," and I'm like, inside, I'm like, man, that would be cool, but I would never be able to afford to do that. So if you're like, why don't you talk about it on the show? That's why I struggle with that kind of, and I have some real fun stories, and maybe I do a podcast about it, but I don't like how it makes me feel to talk about that stuff. And that is an internal therapy type thing. But if you're going, you didn't even talk about it on the main show, that's why. And also the main show, the listening is much more passive because we are live and it's a broadcast show and people are listening to us that don't know us as well. And I feel like I can talk about things with layers and nuance to you guys that are either watching right now on YouTube or whatever social media it is, or listening on podcasts, because you do listen to us and you may not care, but you are somewhat invested or have knowledge of our lives. So that is why. And that may make no sense at all, but that is why I don't enjoy talking about it to people that don't understand my life and situation. Okay. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it was great. It's a great trip.
Back to can I talk about the trains for a second?
Yeah.
So did you do like overnight train
No.
ride?
I've tried to get my wife to do that. I was like, I want to do a train. We go overnight.
Yeah, you sleep in there.
Yeah, like
yeah.
you-
And every time I try to find one, there's none of that. My knees are jammed up in my freaking chin. And I'm like, oh. The trains are awesome. First of all, in the Northeast, even when we were in New Hampshire, which I didn't think was a real state. This is how less traveled I've been. I didn't think New Hampshire was a real state. Thought they just kind of made it up. And so went to New Hampshire. We took a train to Maine. And literally, I know some of you Northeasterners are going to go, okay, dummy. But for us in the South, you walk to the train. And I grew up in Mountain Pine, Arkansas. We had trains. But that was a sawmill.
You don't get near those trains.
It's like a hobo train.
Yeah.
Hobos would get on them and take rides. No, you sit in a train, and if you get in you pay $18 and sit in first class or whatever class it is and take the ride, it's like you're in the back seat of a nice car, except you're not getting car sick. Plenty of room. Get your computer out. You work. You can watch shows. Next thing you know, we ended up in Maine. We just got off the train. It was awesome. The fact that we don't have that here is not crazy because we never had it, but it blows my mind how much easier life is when you have public transportation that people aren't just peeing in. And so the Europe trains, you just get on and go. The second one was much easier. We did a 2.5 hour one from, I don't know, wherever it was. Went to Vienna, my favorite city.
Do they have mountains in Vienna?
Yep, they have mountains almost everywhere because the trains you drive through the countryside and you see everything.
Oh, pretty.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Did you get to eat in the train? Like they have those little
Yeah, they have someone that comes and takes your order or something.
Kinda.
Oh, you go to the beverage cart.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not sure. We got confused. We even got lost. You can look on my if you go through my Instagram, one of my last ones. I didn't know what the ticket said because it was all in foreign language, and so I took a picture of it and said, "Can you please help me?" And it did. It told me what to do. It says, we were going from Salzburg.
Ooh, Salzburg steaks.
No, I thought the same. Well, yeah.
Germany.
No.
Well, here's the thing about that.
No.
Also,
Oh, Salisbury.
and there's no Vienna sausages. And there's a
That's
couple
what
of
I
these
was
things
thinking,
I know
too.
that I tried where I really wanted, and we're just idiots.
No.
Honestly, I didn't even know Vienna was in Austria. Where were you?
Austria.
Austria. I thought I would have said if we were doing easy trivia and you'd been like, "Where's Vienna?" I'd been like,
I think it's
Italy.
Salisbury.
That's, okay, now what did you say?
Salisbury steak. Because I thought the same thing.
We're idiots. And what did you say? Salzburg?
Salzburg.
Ah, got it.
Yeah, no.
Very different.
Yes. But I thought the same thing. And also, I looked for local Vienna sausages like we have.
Nothing?
Yes, they didn't. That's not a thing.
Dang it.
So the whole ticket, and you can go over, look for the one that says Austria on it, and it says Gruppen Fasenhaft Klein, and that's nailed that.
Yeah, that's what they said.
And it says von, which I think is from Salzburg, Stadthof, nach, Wien. Everything is in German.
Gosh, that's tough.
Here's the thing about getting on one of these trains. It's not like an airplane where it's like, okay, everybody take your time. The train pulls up, get on or get lost. And they leave you. We were like, oh my God, we got bags. We're trying to jump on. Well, we were there. We didn't know what train to get on. And so I wrote, we were scared, see next frame. And if you click over to the next frame, it goes from the ticket to the guy, my chat GPT going, yes, I can interpret this for you. This is an Australian Federal Railways group ticket for 2 adults traveling from Salzburg to Vienna. Key details, trainer. And I had to do it all in English because I had no idea what was going on. But that's fun after it's over and you do it successfully.
And you ended up going to where you wanted to go.
Yes. And I'll do this before we take a little mid-roll here. I'm never going to mature to the level my wife would like me to mature. I'd like to say that up front. Vienna is Wien in German. Everything is Wiener.
Wien.
Yeah, Wien.
No, Wien, but Wiener. Like look at my Instagram. There's like.
But you said it's WEIN, Wien.
Yes, but when it's described as doing things there,
Oh.
like the type, it's all Wiener. So we saw a book about Wiener cafes.
Oh,
Oh.
We saw a book.
Vienna cafes.
Yes.
no, Wiener.
Yes. Yes.
That's kind of funny.
Everything was
Wien.
I could not stop laughing at all the Wiener things. And she's like, dude, how old are you? I'm like, it doesn't matter. This shows you it will never stop. Everything's Wiener. We'll come back. Mid-roll, and we shall return.